to Being a Parent, a series of short videos with strategies to help make family life less stressful. My name's Jill.
And I'm Jazima. And we will also be joined by some of our amazing parent group leaders who have tried and tested the strategies in their own homes. Stress as parents is something that we do experience day in and day out. It could be because of our children, the relationships we have with others, or it could be something that's just happening on the road. But talking about it and irrespective of what causes the stress, thinking about how we can manage it is really useful for us to be having better control over our lives.
There's an exercise we'd like you to do now.
Think about a couple of feelings, 3 feelings perhaps, and think what the body sensations would be associated with these feelings and how they may emerge by way of behavior. So if I'm to give you an example, so if I'm feeling frustrated, I could feel a rush of blood, my heart rate might go up, and then as a result, I may behave in an aggressive way, perhaps start shouting, screaming, or even throwing things about.
I'm quite an excitable person, so I do get excited quite a lot. And when I get excited, beats quite fast. I sometimes get a little bit warm, and then my behaviour, I'm running around the house, I'm woo like this. I'm wanting everybody to join in my excitement, but they might not want to. So yeah.
Just like kids, isn't it? And
it is.
Yeah. So that's a positive feeling, excitement, joy. And if you think about something like sadness, now when I'm sad, I actually feel that kind of numbness within me and also a bit of a pain in my chest. And I may behave withdrawn or become very quiet, sleep a lot. So if you take nervousness now, once again, there'll be butterflies in your stomach, high heart rate, and then you might feel sweaty. And then behavior could be that you tend to make a lot of mistakes when you are nervous. And you could either become very quiet or talk very fast. Most of the time, we can run away with our feelings, and then stopping, pausing, and identifying that feeling and naming it would be a good start in being able to control them and thereby preventing a behavior that we may regret later on.
Anger sometimes can be a bit of a default feeling, and it's such a strong emotion, and lots of things can trigger us off. And one of the tools that we use in our programs is the feelings thermometer. If you look at it and you think about that, actually, when you're feeling nice and calm and relaxed, your body's feeling pretty good and your heart rate's normal, and actually your behaviour is you're nice and calm, you can listen to your children. But as you get further up that thermometer, as you get a little bit warmer and a little bit more hot-headed, it becomes much more difficult to listen to your children. Those feelings are getting stronger, and then when we hit the top, when we're furious, when we're angry, when we can start yelling, some people lash out, we can get very loud. So it's good to look at that feelings thermometer and just to be able to see where you're at.
That was key for me, watching that temperature, watching that thermometer and understanding that thermometer to be a thermostat as opposed to a thermometer, so I control what goes on as opposed to the temperature controlling me.
What we'd like you to do is to pause for a minute and then think about what triggers anger in you. I know it can be a long list.
But parents in groups say to us about what makes them angry. I mean, it can be just like so varied.
It could be just traffic jam. These days, sometimes watching the news can make you angry.
Making a nice meal for everybody in the home and nobody says thank you. Tidying up just to look around and then everything's messy again.
Not finishing their food, taking ages to eat, and not answering the phones, spitting on the road.
But lots of things make us angry. The small things, the big things, and everything in between.
I think it's really helpful to be aware of ourselves and to know our triggers.
I tended to get angry very easily. Simple little things get me flipping, and that shortness of breath and that sweaty palms, they're all indications to me that something's going on.
Anger is not necessarily a problem, but the way you deal with it is. And that's why it's really, really important to know your body physically and how it feels when it's beginning to get into the angry stage. When I say physically, like, does it go tight? Does it get tense? Does your breathing change? Do you clench your jaw? And then when you feel these things happening, you can do something about it.
So what I would like everyone to do is just to pause for a few minutes, think about what things you could do to manage that, to calm yourselves down.
Here were some of the things that some of our parents from our groups tell us how they manage anger. Exercise, do some mindfulness, have a lovely warm bath by themselves. They might talk to some friends. They might go out for a nice long walk, watching a movie together.
Holding it back, counting to 10, counting up to 20. Having a cup of tea, or just switching off from everything else, losing yourself in a book.
Just going out of the room. Whatever that helps you calm down, even if that means screaming into a pillow or listening to some calm music, or it could even be loud music. Sometimes it's easy to look for a quick fix, maybe having that extra glass of wine or extra couple of cigarettes just to manage stress. But what we need to be mindful is that none of these is helpful in the long run.
I don't know if this is just me, but I get really hot, and that makes me get even more stressed. So often just opening a window or opening the back door and just breathing in some fresh air, just to give me a bit of air and to cool me down, really helps me to get a few moments to kind of compose myself so that I don't get overwhelmed.
I think when I'm in that angry state is when I sing those songs. Those songs are part of what soothes me. Those are part of my my remedy to bring me out of that down. Sing, even if the songs don't mean they may not mean anything to the person hearing them, especially my girls, but they mean something to me. That's me processing what's going on inside me to bring my emotional state back into balance.
So here are some things to try this week. Be aware of how your body is feeling. Do something to change how you feel before it gets too much, and do something to look after yourself.
Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.
Bye.